Hello comrades and welcome to another update on the Kherson counteroffensive. In the south there are no changes, and I predict that there will be no changes in the future as this narrow corridor across the lake doesn't allow the Ukrainians to pass through, and in this area there's mostly open fields which doesn't allow the Ukrainians to advance in this area. The main fighting will take place in this central highway that goes straight to Kherson from Mykolaiv, and from the northern highway as well, where they have the city of Beresne-Huvate and Vysunsk to advance from. So the main targets are Snihurivka as well as this highway, as there are no major settlements on it. So this is why we see the Ukrainians gathering a lot of forces here, 3 different brigades, allowing them to push through the main highway and advance on Kherson. Slightly northeast of the highway, there is fighting southwest of Ternovy Podi, and the Russians are advancing towards Lyubomirivka, where the last update the Ukrainians or the Russians were attacking in this area, after which the Ukrainians have now pushed them. Color coding it right. The Russians were attacking, now the Ukrainians are pushing. And opposite here, before the Ukrainians were attacking and now the Russians are pushing. So here it is basically a stalemate where it goes a bit back and forth, but generally there's no changes. That means that both sides recognize that this highway is the main road and the main battlefield, as both have sent most of their troops to this area, including Russia sending troops from Alexandrivka to this highway instead of defending Alexandrivka further. So they have just enough troops to hold the line, and they're sending all they can to the center. As for the northern part, again here in the north, it's just back and forth. There are no real changes, while at Snihurivka there's a lot of shelling, both from the Ukrainian side on this city, but also on the Russian side to Kopsarsky, Chervona, and Shuruke, meaning that they are trying to bomb all the frontline villages to keep the Ukrainians from building up a large enough force to attack Snihurivka, meaning that generally they want to keep this city as it is the last one between the Kherson and the Ukrainian front. So most likely the bulk of the fighting will happen here west of the Inhulets River, meaning that generally what we see here is going to determine the battle for Kherson, while in the north it's much less important, as whoever wins this doesn't really change the situation that much, other than the importance of who occupies the region. As there's been in recent news, the 11th of September referendum will not happen. It has been delayed until the fighting is over, as the security situation makes it too difficult for civilians to go out in the streets and change the situation or vote or whatever. So generally what we see is a lot of back and forth. There's been no significant changes to the front line. The most significant is the troop buildup at Pokrovsk. I think this will be the main attack of the Ukrainians towards Kherson. So the success of this counterattack depends on success of the Ukrainian offensive down the main highway between Mykolaiv and Kherson. That's it for this update. Thanks for watching and have a great day.